If you've watched a lot of trading videos and still haven't managed to make a profit, I know what you're missing. Don't skip ahead, we are starting right now. In front of you is an absolutely free neural network, ChatQN AI, which knows more about trading than you do, and possibly even more than I do. This is a revolution. You won't need $6 anymore because this tool will teach you how to understand the market or will tell you how to trade better on its own. Let's earn some money right now with it helps. By default, I will be using a standard trading tactic based on levels, which involves looking for a horizontal level, for example, a support zone, and checking this zone for oversold conditions. Alternatively, we can look for a resistance zone and check it for overbought conditions using the CCI indicator. You can add this indicator for free on the Pocket Option platform and use it to identify overbought and oversold conditions. Why are we using a neural network? You might ask. I wrote a simple message that each of you can either copy from my Telegram channel or write your own message. To get a signal from the neural network, we simply take a screenshot of the entire chart, paste this message, and send it to the neural network for analysis. The neural network gives us a specific answer about whether it is worth considering buying opportunities right now. So let's open our first trade together. If you've been trading for a while and have no experience, you should be able to analyze the situation without any problems. Overall, I lean toward the same decision, even though just recently the CCI indicator was overbought, meaning it was above the 150 level. However, if we look at what the neural network is telling us, we can generally agree with it because everything points to the fact that our trend is upward and will continue. The CCI indicator has come out of the oversold zone, and we need to secure ourselves above some maximum that is marked here in order to enter the trade confidently. We have secured ourselves above the maximum, so I'm opening a trade and without any issues. As you can see, our trend is upward. We are moving higher and higher, with each minimum being higher than the previous one, which indicates an overall upward movement. The horizontal level that we had from which we could theoretically trade downward has already been broken at this point, and now we have returned back to this level. So the situation resembles a breakout and retest that we have discussed multiple times. This is when the chart moves around level, then at some point breaks through it, returns and continues its upward movement. So at this point, we open a trade for an increase, and our goal is for the price to close above our entry point in 3 minutes. If you are a trader, you know what strategy you are trading with and which one brings you profit. You can generally, make decisions based purely on analysis. But if you are a novice with little experience, doubting everything and finding knowledge and information unverified or uncertain, then you can use this Chinese neural network. It is absolutely free to confirm some of your guesses. So you can tell it that your life depends on it, that your family is starving, and so on. If you're not afraid of a robot uprising, you can manipulate this neural network to the maximum, to get the best possible signals. We have 30 seconds left, and we will see how our first trade concludes. Right now, there is a decent next situation I can use to confirm my analysis. I already understand how I should act there and here, but I'm testing myself in the role of a novice. So I'm sending the neural network a regular text prompt and a screenshot to find out what it thinks. The neural network tells us to sell. So without hesitation, we hit the sell button, and I'll explain how I see it. Based on our trading strategy from levels and the CCI indicator, there's a resistance level here that we haven't broken previously and didn't break just recently. So we should definitely expect a reaction from it, especially since the CCI indicator was overbought. Currently, it's not in the overbought zone, but the neural network has its own explanation that we can read while we have time. I will publish this text right now in my Telegram channel and pin it. So follow the link in the description to copy my text comfortably. But again, I'll remind you that you can use my own text. You can also add threats or other manipulations. Believe me, external networks respond quite well. Friends, we have less than 5 seconds until the end of the trade. Of course, we didn't get some strong reaction, but nevertheless, we closed our profitable second trade with only a 3-point loss. It wasn't a super confident situation, but we can try sending this screenshot again and possibly make another trade. Well, we are getting the same signal again, so let's continue trading downwards. I think sooner or later we will get a more significant reaction, although of course we shouldn't rule out that this level might eventually be broken. As I said, most likely we might see a breakout. We need to keep in mind that we are trading against a strong trend. So unfortunately, I lost $100 here. Let's ask what we should do next in this situation. Perhaps we should refrain from this trade and move to another currency pair. Right now, we are being told to sell. Even though we are in a strong upward trend, we need to see if there's a level here. But overall, this red candle gives me real hope that we could actually fall back to this level. So I'm opening a trade for $200 because we lost this trade and now we earn back. I will have to open a trade with double the stake. So friends, our trade is going according to the plan. We are returning back to the horizontal level. Therefore, I can generally send another screenshot to understand what to do next because I realize there's a good buying opportunity right now. Let's send it a screenshot and say that we have a great buying opportunity since we're facing a level that we recently walked through. This is literally a setup from the first trade, and it's important to be able to send your questions to the neural network at specific moments. You can't just open a random chart and send it to the neural network. The quality of signals directly depends on when you send the chart. So the neural network suggests I open a sell trade, although I don't completely agree with it. But let's try to actually open a sell trade. Maybe I'm missing something. So returning to that important point, the key moment is when you ask the neural network for a signal. If it is time for uncertainty, the neural network will likely suggest that it's better not to trade or not to refrain from making deals at that moment. But I specifically send screenshots to the neural network when the market is either at an important level or when the CCI indicator is at a significant level, which is why the neural network gives me clear signals to buy or sell. In 5 seconds, our trade will close. And as you can see, the forecast from the neural network turned out to be correct. My assumption was incorrect, so it's worth acknowledging defeat sometimes. But in reality, there wasn't any super confident upward movement that I was expecting. Nor was there any super aggressive decline that the neural network mentioned. However, thanks to its signal, I made money, and that's what matters most. So after some time watching the chart and consulting with the neural network, we concluded that the current market situation is uncertain and that it's not worth trading here, at least not with this currency pair. Therefore, after 4 profitable signals, I decided to conclude this trading session. We earned quite well, around $350. So if you want to be more confident in your actions, use this with neural network. utilize the prompt I posted on my channel or use your own. Thank you all for watching this video. See you next time.